Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. Hope you're well, thank you for joining me again. You know, I want to tell you a story. Once upon a time, I wanted to be a police officer. Yes, I did. The reason is, I think, I was following in the old man's footsteps. He did nearly 10 years in the army and about 22 in the regular police. So I guess you could say he was a copper for 30 years. And I thought, well, I might have some of that. And I was going to do the same. Now, I remember the application process very well. It was 20 odd years ago now, actually. I got given this big form, which I had to fill in, all the usual stuff, name, address, inside leg measurement and all of that sort of thing. I had to do a criminal record check, the disclosure and barring service, I think it was called at the time, to make sure I hadn't done anything untoward. I think there was a medical, and then there was a load of what I would call screening questions. Basically, how I would respond and react to given situations, and some of them were quite questionable, made you think a bit. Anyway, once you got through the application process, you were then invited to the first of what was a 2-day assessment. The first day was interviews, dealing with scenarios, and a couple of other bits and pieces. And if you got through that day, you would get through to the second day, which was, I would term, the physical assessment. And if you passed both of those, you'd then be invited to become a police officer. And you would be in for 2 years of probation. That was the process at the time. And as you can tell, I didn't get through. I actually got through to the first day of assessments, but didn't make it through to the second. And really and truthfully, it was all designed to work out whether you'd be any bloody good at the job. That's all I'd care about at the end of the day if I was going to employ anybody myself. Are you any good at the job? And it weeds out the wheat from the chaff as well, doesn't it? Well, if you roll forward all of these years, the fact that you're any good at the job no longer seems to be a priority. Have a look at this. Those police up Yorkshire way have decided to temporarily suspend any applications or the acceptance of any applications from white people. Apparently, all in the name of diversity. Well, going back to the beginning of the story, shouldn't it be, are you any bloody good at the job, yes or no? This shouldn't matter. It doesn't matter. What's important is what's in here, and what's in here, your abilities as a human being to be able to perform your duties. And if you can't do it, then you don't get the job. There seems to be a big problem in this, we'll call it a union, because that's what it is, even though I'm talking about England specifically, whereby the colour of your skin seems to denote your position. There seems to be a particularly anti-white bias lately, and I think it's despicable. We need to get back to the fact, are you any good at the job? Yes or no? It's not rocket science, is it? It's not overly complicated, is it? And I think once we realise that, things will be a lot better. Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Have a look at these videos. I look forward to talking to you soon. Toodaloo.